Well, good morning and welcome to the wonderful hamlet of downtown Bayshore, and in what is soon to be probably one of the nicest train stations in the town of Islip. And quite frankly, I have to say that it is due in very large part to the efforts of everyone pulling together, but because of the fact that we have the parking management program in downtown Bayshore. This is what it's all about, to enable us to do the kinds of things that are going to be happening here. This was not an easy thing to do to get going, and from day one, it was always meant to be a very, very fluid program. It's not like the old-fashioned meters that once they go in, that's it. We are able to make adjustments as we go along, whether it's with signage or actually reprogramming the meters. And it's with that input of the community that you're going to be hearing some things today that I think you're going to be very pleased about. The beautification efforts that we're going to be seeing at the train station, again, working through beautification, are going to be enhanced by the fact that we will finally be putting an irrigation system here. Because no matter what you do as far as landscaping, if there isn't water, it's all for naught. So there will be an irrigation system here. We will also be installing upgrades to the security cameras. There are some here, but they are going to be upgraded. We are investigating the new technology that's out there. Also enhancing the lighting. If you come here at night, the decorative lamps are beautiful, but they really don't provide the kind of lighting that enhances security. And security is what it's all about. People want to feel safe. They're commuting into the city a lot of times, coming back, or you're going in to see a show, you're coming back late. You want to feel safe and secure. Some of the other improvements that are going to be happening will be the addition of more free weekday spots in the downtown area, in Lot B in particular. Also, there will be some added spots, employee spots, in the area behind the Bolton Center. That was something, too, that was brought forward. And I'm going to ask, we have some people who are going to come up and share some more of the exciting things that are going to be happening. But shelters at some of the pay stations, so that when you're standing there, you're kind of shielded from the elements if it is an inclement weather. And one of the most exciting things that I wanted to share with everyone is this Sunday, we all know, is the Bayshore Arts Festival, and there will be free parking for the Arts Festival. I know that had been something that was talked about. Unfortunately, we didn't have the conversations early enough. I had said that to Donna the other day when I called to let her know about it. But there will be free parking, so these signs will be up at the pay station so everyone will know that.
Good afternoon. As we told everyone when this process was started years ago, and again, I thank John and also the board. This is for 5 years, working with the community, working with business owners, working with the chamber and all the other organizations. This is a very fluid process. This is something new, and there's plenty of room for amendments and changes because there's a lot of personalities, a lot of different needs. A retail store is different from a bar need and different from a law firm need and a doctor's office needs. But in the long run, Bayshore has a lot of redevelopment happening. Just in the last 2 years alone, we have approved apartments and condos and restaurants and many businesses coming in. And just those in the last 2 years alone, they've acquired 1,400 spaces, and only about 770 of them are on their properties alone. So 630 more new cars are going to be coming to downtown. And that gets to from 800 apartments to almost 7 restaurants. It would be government malpractice if we don't at least try to find a way to manage this successfully. And again, it's a very fluid process. We're all ears and we are making changes, and in the long run too, more than half of your parking spaces are still free. It's just really the inner core. When somebody wants to get a slice of pizza, they're able to pull up now, and it's not people going to Fire Island or people that are in the business parking there for 12 hours or the close spots in the back. The idea is people to go in and out of the retail stores, and also the close spots for the shoppers, for the people going to doctor's office, to have the employees park in the back row. All good towns on Long Island, that's what they have to do, and it was just never managed before. So I'm glad to announce is that one of the things that came up was about meters in the back lots. The meters in the back lots in the next few weeks will be only be charged at 6 at night or later. So during the day, it will be free parking. So again, I thank the board and I thank everybody's input. And this is, again, we'll be starting the next few weeks.
Thank you very much, Steve. And I know that Steve was at a chamber meeting, and I think that was probably one of the most requested things, that we look at the timing of the meters in the back lots. So on weekdays, the lot meters will not start until after 6 p.m. Now I would like to bring up someone who really has been working tirelessly, and I mean that sincerely, on this parking management program. It wasn't easy. When the town, and this is long before my tenure on the town board, because it goes back 4 or 5 years, when the town board at the time made the decision to go forward with the parking management program, everyone said, yeah, it's a great idea, but who's going to really, focus in on it? Who's willing to roll up their sleeves and really work? And John Cochran stepped up to the plate. He said, this is my community. I understand it. I will do it. And he has sat through, I can't tell you how many meetings, because even in my 2 years, I've been through a lot of meetings now, but it took a lot of work. It took a lot of thought. And no matter how much you think you can plan for every kind of contingency that's going to happen, until you go live with a program, that's when you're going to find out the things that may have to be tweaked to be made better. But John has been really remarkable. I thank him for all of his efforts, and I'd ask him to come up and say a few words. John?
Thank you, Angie. Thank you for being here. 30 years in the Navy and going to 1 year in combat is not enough protection to do a parking management program. Let me tell you. 5 years ago, the owner of Milk and Sugar, Lenny, and the owner of the then Nutty Irishman came to my office telling about their needs to do something about parking. That started the whole movement of this whole parking management program. We walked Main Street, we listened what the needs are. My concerns are for like Maria and her shop, or our Gino's Pizza, to make sure our customers or our clients can get on Main Street and access our shops and our stores and our restaurants. It came down to our employees, to make sure our employees had a safe place and a place that we could manage in the core of Bay Shore. I cannot thank the management team of the parking. Angie, we have such great, from Level G to Tracy, Kevin, Peter, Dave. We've spent countless hours to seeing what the needs of the downtown Bay Shore district are, and we've acted, and we've told the district, that the community, that we're fluid. And what Steve just announced is a perfect example of how fluid we are. We changed our Maple Avenue scheme about parking between the ferry terminals. That was safety. We're working with Nikki. Nikki wants a third kiosk. He's the only one that wants to put Kevlar on with me. So we're going to work with Nikki to make sure his management of his marina is worked out the right way. So it's been challenging, it's been rewarding, and I can't thank everybody for being here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, John. It's very interesting. People change, attitudes change, needs change. But John is right. It was the businesses that came forward and said they wanted the parking management, wanted the parking to be managed better. Sometimes, and I would just caution everybody, it's that time of the year. Those of us that are in government, of us that are elected officials, there's a term of art, and it's called the silly season. And that's when people start running for public office. And when that happens, sometimes attitudes change and people seize an opportunity. And I have to tell you that we know that what we're doing is right, because the vast majority of people in the downtown district applaud the parking management program. And I want to share something with you. I had an opportunity to have a conversation with the owners of the Bay Shore Bean. Now, this is a company, a business that is 18 months old. And what was so exciting to hear from them, they have embraced the program. They love being in the downtown. They love the excitement and the energy that's generated from the downtown district, and talk about the fact that when you open a new business, anyone that's been in business or in business knows that you can expect that first year that you need to be capitalized to carry yourself over because you're generally not going to be profitable right away. But he shared with us that from day one, they were profitable. And that is huge. That really speaks to the viability of the downtown district. Businesses are opening, as Steve said, within the next 6 months, we're going to be seeing 7 new bars and restaurants opening in downtown Bayshore. And the very business owners that are here are opening second and third businesses. So no one is hurting, no one is struggling, and that's what we want. We want a vibrant downtown. And when we talk about vibrancy in the downtown, retail is something. We've got a tremendous amount of restaurants, but we do need retail too. And one of the people that is doing a really fine job is the proprietor, Maria Negron of Pride Embroidery. Maria, I'd like you to come to the podium if you would and share your experiences here in the downtown.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm Maria Negron. I'm the owner of Pride Embroidery on Main Street in Bayshore. I've been there 10 years, and I have to say, I love the meter program on Main Street. My customers would go around the block 3 times just to look for parking. Even though they're in my store for 10 minutes, they go around for half an hour trying to find parking. Now my customers park right in front. They come on in, and if they have no change, I give them the quarter because they're going to spend more than a quarter in my store. So I have to say thank you so much. And thank you for the town of Islip for putting this meter program together because it really has made my business more available to the general public. People can now come, park, and really not only come to my store, but visit Gino's, visit Frank and Maria's, visit all the other partnerships that we have down in Main Street. Thank you.
Well, thank you for your faith and confidence in Bayshore. We really appreciate that. Also, I'd like to introduce and ask to come say a few words someone who's a resident of the Bayshore community, and that is Robert McNulty. Robert? Where are you? I'm sorry.
Thanks, Angie. I've been a resident and a commuter in Bayshore for the last 17 years. It's been great to see some of the improvements that have been made and to the train station, as well as exciting to hear about the future improvements that are going to be made. Also, as far as the downtown area, being a father of 5, I can't tell you, we would just have to drive through Bayshore and not stop at stores because there was never parking. Now, we pull in, we can visit some of our favorite merchants, whether it's Bayshore Bean, Frank Maria's, Milk and Sugar, Local Burger, well, my kids' favorite Local Burger. So I just want to thank our elected officials. I think it's a tremendous enhancement to the community, and I'm sure it'll go well going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And again, I think the one thing I'm just hoping everybody takes away from this, it is a fluid program. The program you see today may not be the program you're going to see 6 months from now, but you will have a parking management program. There will be meters in downtown Bayshore. That is a given. But we are very, very willing, and that's what it's all about. We're in this together. We don't have all of the answers. The community doesn't have all of the answers. But if we work together, we will get there. The meters on Sundays don't commence until 1 o'clock. Because I know at the town board meeting when some of the people came forward, they were saying, people can't even go to church, but the meters don't start till 1 on Sunday. And I think if the meters were shut down on Sunday, you might have a lot of the return problems with the Fire Island people that are going back and forth, abusing the parking in those areas. But, that could change. That could change. I just want to tell you to really stay tuned. There are other exciting things that are going to be happening. I don't know. Should we share the okay. We are, in fact, it should be, I can't tell you now. You're going to have to stay tuned for the next press conference. Thank you so much.
Cars can oftentimes stop on a dime. Trains can't. In fact, at 60 miles an hour, it can take a train up to a mile. to come to a halt. Please wait for the gate.